Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I'm going to share with you a diamond rank grind, hopefully make it to champion. Plus I'm going live in this one with a couple of my members. And so we're going to talk about questions around Rift Watchers and Chaos Legion and Runies and land plots. And oh man, there's a ton of cool things we talk about in this one. So stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Have an amazing day. God bless. Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I'm just going live, just dropping a total random live event on my members. Didn't even announce it, so we'll see if anybody shows up. But I am working on a champion rank grind, and as you can see, I'm at 3468 with 232 away from champ. A day and a half or two, better parts of 2 days here available to me to make it, trying to press up there. Again, we climbed from silver this season, all the way from silver into high diamond, and I believe we're going to make champion. And so yeah, I just really want to push here. Hey Eli, dude, good man. I'm doing really well, thanks for asking. I am just popping on live because I'm going to do a champion rank grind here, and I just thought I'd see if there's anybody out there that wanted to come hang out and chat. And yeah, so I'm really glad you're available to pop by. Thanks, man. I'm pretty close to champ, so I'm really hoping to push today and make it today. I think it's, if I could get 6-7 wins out of 10 matches, I bet we make it. So that's kind of how close we are. Let's see here. Slow goes first, no arrows. Range attack. So thinking Grum, but Grum's too big a mana cost for my summoners. What if they ever made like a 1 mana summoner? Like it'd probably have to be a legendary summoner. It'd probably have to be like a promo card. It'd probably have to be like 0 benefits or something like that. But man, that could open up some interesting plays at the 12 mana cap. Eli, there's been some crazy... Actually, you know what? Before I think I start that thought, I got to get this team in. Slow goes first. Okay, we got to go. We got to think fire, and we got to... Do we have enough mana to do... Not quite. What about... Interesting. Slow goes first. Okay, we go Mother Kala. Maybe we go that way. Amplify to reflect my arch or my magic damage more significantly. And then maybe Pelacor Conjurer, because I actually think that my opponent might drop magic, because the broken arrows means it's a 1 in 2 chance, right? They have a 1 in 2 chance that they're gonna do magic. It's probably a strong chance they do. What they end up doing is physical damage, like sneak attack. But look at that, McCoy is dropping the +1 magic, and I put 2 magic reflect monsters, and I brought an amplify, and so that could really work out. Yeah, he's got the sniper, and the sniper's going to reflect on him. He brought the damage from Blight, but I got the amp. So we might just end up killing these guys. The Blight's going to get his vulture, his scavenge restoration, his hit points being restored. And if he poisons me right away, I could be in deep trouble. And I guess alternatively, if I dodge, it's actually bad. Like I want this Dwarven Wizard to land his shots. Because the sooner I kill them both, the better it is for me. So I actually want them both to land shots. I want no poisons, and then we'll see what happens. I think we win, though. Hey, Days. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm just like I was saying to Eli before you popped on, Days, that I'm really close to champ, and there it is. That's huge. Killing that Dr. Blight with his scavenge ability is so clutch. Even though we poisoned down. See, this was problematic for me. Because look what's happening. The Dwarven Wizard missed my Pelacor Conjurer enough times that my Pelacor Conjurer slipped into the first position, and now my Pelacor Conjurer is being melee damaged. Oh man. Yeah. See, if I had killed the Dwarven, if the Dwarven whatever, magician or whatever, had actually landed his shots, he would have killed himself with my plan, but he missed like 2 or 3 shots, so... Anyways, we're about 250 points out, and I think we're going to make it today. So I'm going to try and play for about a half an hour, 45 minutes-ish, and then I probably got to go at 3:45. So I'll be hanging out. If you guys have any questions in the meantime while I'm working on this, I'm happy to get into it. There's tons of things going on. I know we got Tower defense. Oh, those Roonies. I'm pumped about those Roonies. GLS soccer is coming forward. Land is getting SPS rewards soon. More of the nodes are getting closer and closer to sold out of this tranche. Man, there's so many cool things happening right now. Rift Watchers goes on sale, I think, tomorrow. Chaos Legion is really approaching Conqueror Yasik. So he likes his magic. He's got some old cards. He can't play white, but he can play blue. I'm gonna assume he's gonna play blue. I'm gonna assume he's gonna bring Alrek. I'm gonna assume no neutral monsters. So no Dr. Blight. So no poison. No monk. Got 20 mana. Maybe he does something like this. 3 with the Demon Shark. And the Pelacor Bandit. What could I do? I want a fast team. Maybe we go, you know what I want? I think I want to break out the old LOD. I haven't been playing a lot of Lord of Darkness lately. And he's so powerful, of course, right? Like it's absolutely ludicrous. I'm expecting a tank on his end that is like their main feature. And I bet my Lord of Darkness is a better champion than what he's going to put forward. But I actually want the speed reduction of the Devious, and then when I want to go over here and I want my tank, and I want my Pegasus healer, and then what do I got? This is always fun, maybe, but there's a speed. I want another speed. That's right. I want to get rid of I want more speed because I'm worried about him being really fast. Oh, but I got no neutrals. Okay. So yeah, let's go like that. If he tries to snipe, because of the close range, I have to be a little bit more perceptive about his archery attacks. I've got a quick Devious nerf, and my Naga could be a sniper defender. I've got the slime ball in the back for the if he is attacking me with a sneak attack monster, I'm gonna punish him for the reflect or the redemption damage. I'm really glad I got my Corpse Fiend in here. I didn't see him drop the Ruler of the Seas on any of the previous matches, so I wasn't expecting that. To be honest, I should have expected this, and the stun is going to be a problem for me. But maybe I have 2 speed manipulations and he only has 1. So it's possible we get through this guy fast enough. If he stuns me first round, he's going to hit me, make me angry, and that should give me... We might win, and I think whether we win or not is going to depend on... I need to hit every shot. I can't mess around. And that armor, I did forget about his armor from the... So that's a problem. No stun, no stun, no stun. That's a big... The fact that I didn't get a stun there is huge. But it's probably still too late. He's also got the headwinds over here, which I wasn't taking account of. What are you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? He says I need to push up the ranking. Silver 1 is just too easy to win at, though. Yeah, sometimes... Every now and then, like, I do sit in a place where I feel comfortable. Like, when I make it to champion, I usually stay in champ 3, but I can fight in champ 2. From a card perspective, I could definitely compete in champion 1. From a talent perspective, I feel comfortable in champion 2, but I like to compete in champion 3 because I can win more games. It becomes easier to, for instance, earn some of my daily focus chests because I feel the competition's easier at that level. And so I know what you mean about playing where you feel comfortable or confident, I should say. He's got his first node today. I have 1 node and I definitely want another one. If SPS was a bit higher, that might even be a thing I would try, because SPS almost got up to 8 cents. Look at that. It's just under 7 cents right now. Down 10% today. It was at just like 7.7 or something last night. Before a 10% drop, and that's in part because of Bitcoin taking a good dive, and from what I can tell on the market, this is a product of kind of hawkishness or fears in the marketplace around what the Federal Reserve is going to do next week when they meet. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it, but if my SPS was to quickly go, let's say to make it even to 10 cents, I think I would, and frankly, I think no matter what happens to SPS, up, down, sideways, I end up selling 30,000 SPS before Splinterfest, because that's actually my money to pay for Splinterfest. And I always plan to sell that. That was part of my kitty fund, my Byzantine kitty. And then I've got another 60 or 70,000 SPS that I could be convinced to sell if the prices were right. And right now, I don't consider this the price being right. But definitely on my shopping list is another node, because those SPS rewards are coming, right? And well, for one thing, I just think node ownership is going to be deeply valuable in the long term, because I definitely believe the game is going to be here, and I'm going to want kind of a slice of that earning opportunity. And so I've got one node. From what we've been told, you'll be able to run more than one node on a single computer, and therefore, if you had 3 or 4 nodes by yourself, you could really maximize your financial return for the the computing cost that you'd be putting out there, because you're going to probably buy a devoted computer specifically for that purpose. If you're going to run one node, maybe you might as well run 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know how many the cap will be. They didn't tell us yet, but you know what I mean? If you can run multiple on one comp, then I would say go for it. So he's got Byzantine Kitty, and he does use them regularly, and he can use them here, and we've got enough mana. So I almost have to expect Byzantine Kitty, which means I almost want to go whoever I use. I almost want to think True Strike. Let's go like this. Let's see. I know I have True Strikers on my fire team. Let's go like that. So I've got melee only. So this is a play. No armor though. That's too bad, because my Chihuahua is almost. You know what though? I got to quickly check. I think this is the play, but we got to check black first. No, see, there's only one there. We'll go back. We'll go Quicks. You know what though? I am going to go death. I'm just going to focus on fast monsters first. Nightmare, Dragon Jumper. He's got the snare, which could help with the potential flying monster. I got a healer in there. Let's see. I can't bring anybody with the 2-3 speed kind of thing. It's got to be more heat than that. Never hurts to bring him. And then, of course, if you can get the double attack from the Infiltrator with the decent speed, but I'm going to say it's a bit too slow, actually. I like the Shavi better with the 6 speed. And then we've got one more. Let's go that way. Is there any other thing I could do here that would be a better play? I don't think so. I've got one slow on him. That's it. Swift. I don't think I have any swiftnesses. Nope. Okay, let's go. Of course he did Kitty. Eli says there's so much coming. I'm super stoked for it all. Even if I can't dip my toes into most of it. I know, man, there's just too many options. There's too many, there's too many ways to go. And, we got to you got to just make your educated guess on what's the best play for where you're at. And maybe it doesn't mean that there's not one best play. It's like, where are you at? Like if you need, maybe you don't even have a full deck. I know you guys both have like decent decks, but maybe there's something. You were talking about being in silver, but maybe there's like days, but maybe it's like gold or diamond could be like attainable with a certain amount of investment. But like you said, you get the node, and it's like, that's awesome in its own way. And I don't think you'll regret that. But then but you could also, it has to be, if we want to weigh it against all of the different options, you end up starting to feel like, just at the end of the day, you can't, you got to know you can't do it all. And it's okay if you win big relative to your investment, even if you could have won bigger in given certain, I guess, other conditions or whatever. That's too bad I just got stunned. My guy got stunned, but I deleted his infiltrator. So it's actually, that's an interesting trade-off. I've landed all my shots so far, I think. Now he's got the double heal on this nasty Hydra. And of course he comes at me again. If we can actually get through this Serpent of Flame, dang, no. Too many hit points. His Dragon Jumper was higher. Had the stun. That was critical. And he had the double heal, of course. I definitely miss my kitty in some ways. This is one of our guild battles, so I'm going to quickly grab that one. Watch that one. I was fighting in silver and this in gold foil only. So silver, gold foil only, any cards available. And I rented a few key cards, including the llama here. I think everything else here I own. Yeah. And I've got the distraction taunt up here, which is going to be interesting because he's going to focus fire me, obviously, but is that going to give me enough? And I think this we're going to see the rule set includes blast. I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly. So I actually like that I have double strike where he's going to get some shots up, see blast damage, and watch my grunt is going to do some serious mayhem because he's going to get those blast damage double strikes off. Eesh. The miss is too annoying. Like every single miss is just, and he's got so many hit points. This card is one of the, in my opinion, this is one of the best cards and the least kind of the most underrated Spirit Miner. It's a card I used to have, and it sold for so little, guys. Back in the day, this card was so inexpensive, and I thought to myself, it's just whatever. It only does 2 or 3 damage, whatever. I just don't see the deep value, but I didn't fully understand evasiveness as a strategy to climb at that time. And so that's too bad because that's our guild brawls. I'm really trying to focus heavily on like, great success over there. But man, you guys know guild brawls are a challenge. Eli, you're focusing on the gold foils also? Yeah, me too. Yeah, Rift Watcher gold foils would be interesting. Rift Watcher gold foils, because, all those cards are going to come out and be, I'd say, relatively low and inexpensive for a while. Next, I'm just gathering SPS and leveling up cards to gold level, then back to collecting summoners. The leap for silver, from silver to gold level cards is pretty big in terms of BCXA. I definitely agree, man. That's like that's the biggest one, because it's like when you're fighting at silver, you can sometimes get away with, let's say, 10 BCX on various cards, especially some of the rares. On legendaries, you need 3 or even 1 can be sufficient, really. And then you go from, like, for instance, with legendaries where perhaps 1 BCX is fine at silver. It's not ideal, but it's maybe fine. And then you get into gold and you need 6 of them. That's a huge difference. Financial cost, it just grows exponentially. And then I would say if you made it to if you made it to gold, diamond or champion is really actually not that much more of a reach financially. Of course, it is expensive. It's not a small amount. Exactly, but it's like if you make it to gold, like a true gold deck with level 6 summoners and level 3 legendaries. Frankly, the only real barrier to success in diamond would be the collection power, and if you get that, I really believe that a high gold level deck can succeed, can win in low diamond. And so the financial cost really, in my opinion, is greatest moving from silver to gold, or yeah, definitely even more than from bronze to silver, because there's not much cost. It takes very little cards to succeed, to climb out of bronze and into silver. Melee only, melee from any position. Everything hits, all ranged and magic, all ranged. Okay, and magic attacks have snipe. So, I want to go dragon. I'm thinking multiple attackers. What is what I'm thinking? People that can attack more than once. So what we want to do is double strike. So I got 2 over here. Oh, I got 3 over here. That's probably the best, but I think I got to look at death. See, this is, I could give the Minotaur a shot, but he's not as good as Grun. You know what though? Yep, I like this better. I'll bring out my taunt monster. And then I got 14 more. Do I bring out... Yeah. Blast. Yeah, we got to bring out the dragon. Let's give that a shot. Because I got 3 double strikers and I got a serious tank who can do damage but is not gonna be the focus of my opponent. And then I've got a monster in the rear with a taunt and void and magic reflect for that matter. He has the scatter shot also, so that if that lands right here, that would certainly really suck. I really think the Efreet Elder, man, this is a card, I like that card a lot. Oh, dang. That's a straight up assassination. I'm missing some really critical shots. Do you see this? Like, I'm missing a lot of really, his blind is really impairing me. And I think we lose now. Like, I honestly think it might be over. See, I need to I can't poison his... He's going to retaliate. Oh, and he's going to ice me. Okay, I got my blast damage. Okay, so we are going to pull it out. Wow, though. Honestly, I missed so many shots in the first few battles, or first few shots there. Just 10 RP there. I think silver is... I think there's been a lot of hype around how you can't earn at silver. And I just, in my opinion, you can. The issue is, of course you can't. You're not going to get... Once they activate the Proposal 34 or whatever it was called, the one where they're going to tweak how the rewards pay out, how the SPS is distributed at the silver level, you're going to see fewer SPS as a result of that. There's no question. And that is going to, I guess, in some sense hurt. But if you take that question like one step further and say, but is the reward at silver still meaningful? I think that the question has to be answered positively. You have to say, yeah, there's still reasonable and meaningful reward available at those lower levels. Melee only, so I don't really need a void armor. Now there are some monsters that could sneak in with a magic contribution. And yet damage me. But I feel as though that's not deeply relevant. I think therefore the question is Mother Collar or Eastwood. Man, Stitch Leech is so strong for what it, you know, for the mana cost. I want... My Celestial Harpy is not maxed out, and that's not cool. Like, that's a problem. That needs that issue needs resolution. Okay, so my ooze, so I can go like this, and then what could I... So maybe I could look at a 3 mana cop monster. So check this out. I get rid of the Celestial Harpy who's not big enough. And I could either go this way for another swiftness, which I actually would really, really love to see. And then I'm getting a divine shield and a strengthen for all my monsters. Or I go horny toad and I do more damage at the front. But as you can see, I've got a strong sneak play. So I almost want to give my three little minion dudes more hit points with the baby unicorn. Let's give that a shot. So I have 2 speed manipulations, making it, like, I would say an unusually fast white team, because white's not known for its speed. If these guys can like stay alive, as you can see, he's got 1 sneaker. I think we win this, because yeah, he's got the impaler, and the impaler's no joke when he goes in rage and he's got that shield. But if we can gut him, that's the thing. Then we start being 4 on 1. It's awesome that we landed that shot. Eesh, every single miss I'm going to be bitter about, because every single miss is going to be one last chance that we get to pull it out. That's huge, gigantic, because my Stitch Leech got hit points out of that, surviving, thereby surviving the... Now we got it. Okay, yeah, man. Every single win matters so much. That miss is annoying, but no, we're still good. I'm doing 5 damage if I land I'm doing 6 damage if I land my shots. And he's healing 3. But I keep missing that. I need 2 shots to land right now. Ah, that miss was so gigantic. Oh wow, he nearly pulled that out. If he had killed my little guy there, he would have slowly killed my other guy, because I didn't have any heals and he did. That was a close one. Bobby, whoa, I'm not even off work yet. Twilight Zone. Yeah, dude, it's, you know, we got 1 hour 15 days till 1 day 15 hours until end of season, so got to make that push for champ. I am worse off since I started this stream though. But I am theoretically within striking distance. Yeah, when I was talking about the stuck in silver and enjoying the rewards, I think the important thing is that long-term vision about what the value of these cards are going to be worth. If you're here in 4 years, the cards you're getting in your loot chests are going to appreciate. If this game is going to be around, they're going to appreciate. And with that in mind, you can rest assured that you will receive a retroactive raise when that time comes. But that's the question, like, can you patiently wait on that? Or is it going to feel like an inadequate return for your time and attention? Because if you feel as though the rewards are inadequate, that will deter you from playing. If you stop playing, even for some of the days through between here and 4 years from now, what will happen is you'll stop accumulating cards during that time. Then when the 4-year price appreciation happens to cards in general, you will have fewer of them in your library. And that's why it'll just translate. It'll become this self-fulfilling prophecy of the rewards were inadequate. So I stopped earning them, and therefore I got no rewards. But if you just grind and grind at whatever level, silver included, you can get 50, 60 chests a season, I bet. On your seasons, I bet. Maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 anyways. And then your dailies, 5 to 10 a day, I bet. And 25 or 30% of those can have a card in it. That's a lot of cards. Okay, Enrage, Holy Protection. We need that Infiltrator. Boom, boom, boom. Get the Chaos Agent out front with the Phase and the Backfire, and then the Flame Monkey and the Creeping Ooze to manipulate speed. I got the 3 speed manipulations. I could go like 2 more even. I could really just try and play evasiveness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 speed differentials that I'm dropping in that way. And that would be an interesting thing to try. With the enrage rule set though, I can't count on it. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yay. Oh no. Too much talking. I had to put the infiltrator in the total wrong spot because I was just not thinking it through. But my speed is going to help me. This is going to hurt, this redemption. And he's brought 3 redemptions. He's brought 5. He's brought 1, 2, 3, 4 redemptions. Wild. And there's no way we get out of this one. Look at all the backfires. And there's he's gonna kill half my squad with his redemption. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 dead from that redemption. Yeah. That redemption play was actually quite smart. Well played. Yeah, some of the best cards are surprisingly cheap, like Pelacor Bandit, in terms of what it's capable of offering to your team and the damage output for the mana cost and for the dollar cost. And then, like you said, the Life Leech. That was an epic. Yeah, let's see. Gonna go live for the Rift Watchers presale. I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. Let me see. Shop. Let's see. Gems. So 1 day, 19 hours puts me 5 hours back from now. About 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe I could. Interesting. Maybe we could. I'll have to think about that a bit more, and I'll definitely let you know. But I definitely think that's possible. Man, I don't know what to do with vouchers, guys. Vouchers I feel like the opportunity is ripe for vouchers right now. Whether we talked about earlier how Daze he bought himself a node. You need vouchers there for discounts. What else? If you want Chaos Legion packs, you need them. If you want Tower Defense packs, you need them. Or you don't need them, but you might as well say you need them because they're $8 if you don't have it. They're $5 if you do. And so, and it just seems like, oh, and this is one of the things I wanted to talk about today too. I went into the Splinterlands. I got to go in about 10 minutes, guys, but I went into Splinterlands into the official announcements. And there's some stuff in here from Aggie. Where was it? They've been both carpet bombing like stuff in here, but one of these comments, it was like shocking how poignant it was. It was saying that we don't have on Tuesday rewards will go live for validator nodes. See if I can find it quickly. Staying strong, we would conquer. That's not it. No, it's not September 7th. I think it was on the 10th. The Roonies, man, we haven't talked about the Roonies. I'm super pumped about those. You know what it was? It was a comment that said, oh, listen to this. This is Aggroed, I think. And he goes, there's enough DEC sync to absorb more DEC than exists today. There's enough voucher syncs to absorb more vouchers than exist today. At current prices, a sellout of Rift Watchers would send to the DAO 20 to 25% of all SPS. Those 1,600 nodes would send to the DAO another 3 to 4% of SPS at current prices. So it's like, the amount of essential burn mechanics that they've built into their economy and the tokenomics, and what that can do for the price appreciation on DEC, which is shocking because they really only want it to be peg, and I think when they get it to peg, it'll stay there due to the mechanic of selling SPS into it. But even that could translate, if there's so much pressure on DEC spiking because of these mechanics of how many sinks there are, for instance, with tower defense packs that are coming out and are purchasable with DEC, and so on, then you start to see how if one of the dominoes falls, I feel like they could all fall. And when I say fall, really, I mean moonshot, moon mission for the economy of Splinterlands, because one is tied to the other, And it's a very exciting time, man. This is really cool stuff. So I will definitely think about going live though for the Rift Watchers launch. I'm pushing for diamonds, says Bobby. Gold 1 was murder. Dude, Gold 1 is a grind. Like, that word is so appropriate for Gold 1, grind. It's absolutely brutal. And it's because the quality of participants there, man. They are literally among the best in the game. Gold is a league level where you definitely need a lot of money to have an amazing deck. You do. We talked about this before you got here, Bobby. Gold is like silver. Moving from silver to gold is probably the biggest financial leap in the game because there's a substantial difference between those cards and the number of BCX required between those two different leagues. I would say moving from silver to gold is the most expensive leap, even more expensive from gold than from gold to diamond, because often, for one thing, a gold deck can suffice in diamond as long as you have enough collection power. And level 6 summoners can definitely do work in diamond, especially diamond 3 and 2. But in gold, you see not just high caliber gold decks. Some of these guys are full out champion ready decks. Like, look at this guy. He's always in the top 3. Always. There's Half Blue. Like, these names are House Byzantinist. These guys, look at this guy's deck. He has 22 million collection power, and he's fighting in Gold 1. That's who you're fighting against when you're in Gold 1. And the ULA Ocean is also always in the top. What's he got? 14 million collection power. The amount of money in these decks, they are perfect, pristine. Every card that exists that can be played in that league is available to that player. And so, you know, the only limitation for them is the intellect to understand what they have to and how to use it. And somebody like ULA is very smart and is constantly a success at gold leaderboard. And I mean, Half Blue is not the same with the amount of power, only 900,000 power. But look at even that. Like, this guy is like a quote unquote, like, not even, I'd say 900,000 power is like probably by most people's standards considered a whale. But Half Blue is not that guy. He's just like he understands the game in a meaningful way. And yet 900,000 power could absolutely put you in champion. I have like 2 million power ish. And it's like with your skill level, you can fight at higher levels, but these guys don't want to because the meaningful rewards on the leaderboard at gold, that's one thing. And 2, because the financial cost to get into gold is so substantial at the tippy top of performance, like to be at the leaderboard level, you really do need that kind of pristine deck or the insane amount of analysis and skill like Uwe and Half Blue probably offer. I wonder what's going on here. Uwe's down to 66,000 power. He must be like a renter for his power, and right now he's not renting because he's not playing or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, man, gold is the hardest, far more than diamond. And yes, diamond 1's hard. As you're moving into champ, I'm in diamond 1, right? And I'm trying to get into champ. It's a tough battle. But I would argue that gold is the apex of that challenge. And in my experience, it's always the place I have the greatest difficulty wrestling my way out of. Okay, so I haven't been having any success lately looking at what my opponent's trying. So I'm going to do one more battle and I really got to go, guys. But we're going to do slow and earthquake. So I'm going to just go ahead and choose a team that complies with that sort of rule set combo. With this mana, what I'm thinking is Grandmaster Wraith with, you know, the Shield Bearer and doing that whole like shield armor kind of resurrect play. As an alternative, I go in and I try Tarsa and I get into my like Grums and Forgotten Ones, but a lot of my monsters on the fire team are really, really fast and very few of them fly. And so that brings me back to Grandmaster Wraith. I think that's the play. Then we go over here. Tempting to maybe play Uriel. Tempting, but no. I'm gonna go Shield Bearer, like I said. And here's one more thing about Uriel that I noticed earlier in this video, guys. You saw me lose to like a triple or a quadruple redemption. Something that I saw the other day for the first time ever. I only have Uriel at level 3 on most of my accounts, because at level 4 all he gets is redemption, and that's a lot more money for like one little ability. But interestingly, if you use him as your main tank and you bring out the white resurrects, of which there are so many, you can begin to create a scenario where you get like a triple resurrect on your Shield Bearer or on your Uriel, which translates to a triple redemption. And of course, that can be really meaningful. That can be very substantial. So I got one repair, one shatter. I got resurrect. I've got one more resurrect too. But the question is, it might make more sense to pick Jin Renova to give myself a triage. Yeah. I might regret this, but I think this might be significant. We'll see. I bet he's trying the exact same thing as me. I'm really glad I brought my Lone Boatman for the shatter. Now he's got his Kralis up front. Level 4 Kralis, what an extremely rare card. Look at his team, is mostly flyers. Flyer. And these ones aren't flyers, but they you got a self-heal. The Sandworm has got a snare, which if you're expecting your opponent to drop flyers, this can be a very powerful snare. Is so helpful. And of course his sneak is just going to eat my oh no, he's not going to eat my Lone Bowman because he's going to have to face my Shield Bearer. He looks like he's doing more damage than me, but I just don't know what's going to happen because I have 3 resurrects and he has 1. So I kind of think we're going to win. And my Jin Renova is bringing a fair bit of extra damage, which is really nice because nice. So we force out his only resurrect, and I have 2 more resurrects here. And this will have to be my last match, guys. I got 1 more resurrect. That's really huge. I think that we just won the game. If the Kralis was able to dodge some things. We got 1 more resurrect, yeah. I think we just won the game. Yeah, this one's over. Resurrect is so nasty with the taunt. This is one of my current favorite. This is, in my opinion, one of the new metas. Taunt with Resurrect. And that's why I'm so interested in the new Rift Watchers monsters that have all their Reflection Shield, because Reflection Shield absolutely is key to responding to taunt plays. Because if you got your blast damage and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to target wherever, but the taunt comes in and just funnels you down their lane, and they just put the brakes on you with things like Reflection Shield, well, you need to be able to counter that. I almost want to mirror match it is what I would do. So that's a nice win. Yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out for a short little video here. I just wanted to pop on and cover some of my, because I didn't have time to do a 4 o'clock video, and I thought maybe I'd pop on and just hang with you guys and do something. The Roonies, Bobby, I'm pumped about it, dude. I 100% am buying at least one of those Roonies. I probably am going to get multiple because, one, I actually really like their promo legendary cards that they got for us. Second of all, I think it's going to be a real success because they're probably, put yourself in the mindset of what the developers are thinking. One, Waka didn't really work out financially. There wasn't a lot of traction there. Now there's a lot of slag and slander at the quality of that summoner. I'm actually starting to feel like Waka's maybe half decent and I maybe was underrating him, but that's a separate conversation. That one didn't have the traction they wanted, and now along come these Roonies and they're planning on issuing these amazing promo legendary monsters, which will have this randomized art style that hopefully is going to attract a whole new audience of NFT investors. There is zero chance that these Roonies aren't a total amazing overpowered monster. I feel so confident about that. Just watch. Whatever that Rooney card is, it's going to be amazing. I don't think it's going to be good. It's going to be exceptional. And I just feel that that would be a smart business play because you're approaching this new community. You're trying to come onto Ethereum and you're trying to attract attention. You're trying to sell out. You heard Matt talk about on the town hall about how he wants, if we sell them out rapidly, that'll be hugely amazing news event. And also it'll draw attention to not just the project, but also to like Splinterlands as an investment opportunity, which most of these guys on that sort of platform aren't going to even be aware of. So I think this is going to be an OP, like one of the only cards they will ever make that will be intentionally overpowered. That's my 2 cents. And so I'm definitely buying one because I think it's going to be a great investment, but I'm probably buying multiple because I actually think it's really cool and I want to have card art that is mine that I'm going to love because you're going to be able to use it on your social media and stuff like that, which I think will be really cool. And another angle at which we're going to be able to access and kind of excite new audiences for our game. And then you're also going to be able to use it here on, I don't know if you can see me, on my little Infidel face logo there. You're going to be able to exchange that for whatever your Rooney is. So I think it's an amazing idea, and I think it's going to be wildly successful, and I suspect that card's going to be deeply overpowered, broken even. That's my expectation, and I think that's the smart play, because this is their best foot forward. Just come out hard with a crazy good card so that it sells out ridiculously fast, that everybody needs it, and who gets it? Those who have vouchers. That's one more reason, like, don't mess around, guys, have your vouchers. Don't mess around, guys, have your crypto that's appropriate for this space. Vouchers are part of that, and that's how we're going to access the whitelist and the pre-sale of it, or whatever it's called. And so they would, by creating a wildly successful event, by creating an overpowered monster, they will create a wildly successful event in this launch. And by creating a wildly successful event, they will attract new audiences because of how rapidly it will sell. It could translate into more of these cards at future times, and a desire from the broader audience to buy these things. Guys, this Rooney thing is a big deal. I'm super pumped about it. Eli, Bobby, Days, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you. Okay, yeah, I am gonna try and come live on Thursday night as well, even though we did this shorter one. But so come hang out on Thursday night. Have an amazing day. God bless.